As we mentioned, Naftali Bennett could become a kingmaker after the next election here in Israel. Here's a look at this power player. His name is Naftali Bennett. He served in one of Israel's elite commando units and made millions as a software entrepreneur. Now head of the Yamina Party, Bennett is poised to play a key role in the upcoming election. CBN News sat down with Bennett at his campaign headquarters near Tel Aviv. How would you look at the electoral map right now, and how does Yamina fit in there?
Because of my unique position in the political scene, where I don't belong to any of the blocs, neither the pro-Bibi or anti-Bibi bloc. I've got the ability and leverage to form a stable right-wing government that'll represent the majority of Israelis, which are right of center, but they also want change.
The upcoming election, like the past three, is a complicated political puzzle that revolves around Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. Even though Netanyahu and his Likud party will likely gain the most seats in the election, several parties have vowed they won't serve with him. That narrows his options to form a coalition of at least 61 seats. Bennett has left open the door to join Likud in a right-wing government. That puts him in a position of a likely kingmaker and possibly propelling him to the office of Prime Minister. He tells CBN News he feels up to the job.
And I'm ready to take that responsibility as former defense minister, former entrepreneur and CEO of companies. I think I've got what's necessary to pull Israel out of this hole and sort of go to the next phase of Israel as the startup nation.
Like most Israeli leaders, Bennett warns about the U.S. re-entering the Iranian nuclear deal.
It's a terrible deal, and I want to explain why. It gives a false sense of confidence that we've got Iran covered, but it doesn't. The deal, in fact, allows Iran to proceed to the very verge of acquiring not one nuclear weapon, but dozens. All they need to do is press a button, and they'll have, within days, dozens of nuclear bombs.
Several parties like Benny Gantz Blue and White might not even cross the 3.5% electoral threshold to get into the Knesset. That favors parties like Bennett's. Still, the question remains whether Bennett could unseat Israel's longest-serving prime minister. Voters will answer that question on March 23rd.